everybody. How's it going, everyone? Hope everything is going well for everyone. I've been away for a little bit. Just with the news of Clobberin Times passing away, just hasn't really been in my heart to play to play much. But I did see Lemon Pie said hello. I don't know if you are still there, Lemon. Welcome. And hail to everyone else who's out there. Hope everyone's doing okay. But Clobberin Times, Wagner. Hey, Gwag. I'm just talking about Clobby a little bit. I know a million people have, and I said some words on the stream the other day, which I'm very thankful that Mark Miskatonic Madman's here. Hi. Very thankful to Mark D with a C that let me and Tony come on and say a couple things, which was really nice. But I miss him, man. Saturday was really, really hard for me. That was the big show, the Saturday Night Star Trek. That was the one I always would listen to all the way through at work. Put the headphones on, and, I worked until about midnight, and they got me through it every time. But I know they'll be back. They're going to finish it up. Wagner says, yeah, I know how you feel. Yeah, man, it's you especially, Wagner. Like, and I said this on Mark's stream. I don't know if you were in there yesterday on Sunday Night Geekery. Mark had a panel on, and he was talking about Clobby, of course, and I saw a lot of familiar names. And the one thing that struck me was, as I seen these names, all I could think of was Clobby saying that person's name. Like the way he would say your name, Gwagnar, or just everybody. He just he gave everyone their own special little call sign, their own special attention, and he made everybody feel so special. So, that's all I'm going to say. I could keep going. I am not out of tears yet. Lemon Pie says people on YouTube pass away, but Clobby was the first one that hit me a bit. Yeah, me too, man. And I know, like, it's just an inevitable thing. I mean, YouTube is a relatively new medium, compared to radio and television. And of course, we lose radio stars, we lose actors and things. And yeah, occasionally we might have a little bit of a sniffle on one of them or two, depending. But it's different with YouTube because we actually interact with these people. They interact with us. We have relationships with them. We forge friendships because of them. And you can't say that about any actors, really, or maybe a little bit with Star Trek. I know, like, friendships have begun, marriages, children have come forth because of Star Trek. People, share interests and meet, but it's not through a person. It's through a franchise. YouTubers, it's through an individual who interacts with us and sometimes corresponds with us, and so yeah, it's different. And I think, just as the years go by, we're going to experience this more, because I know, like I said, YouTube is kind of a young thing, but we're at that point. People will pass away. Cardinal Sin was one. I feel like an idiot that I didn't mention him. I was pretty roughed up with Cardinal Sin because I had a relationship with him. I mean, a lot of people did. I exchanged emails with him and Twitter DMs. He and I talked, not like besties or anything, but we talked. And Cardinal Sin had a way about that, like Clobby did, where he had a way of, like, making a lot of people feel real special. So let me read here. I didn't know Clobby very well, but the community he created and cared for, and he made a point to acknowledge every single regular. Yep. 100%. Miskatonic, Madman, the first person from YouTube to pass it really hit me was Gil. Never interacted with him outside of chats, but that was hard. Yeah, it was, and I was lucky enough. We exchanged a few chats through Twitter, and it was woo-woo stuff. It was, the what was the show he had? Not Piercing the Veil. Gosh darn it. It's I know you'll remind me. But Gil was like, yeah, you got to come on. He was cool and friendly. Yeah. And he was very creative too, man. The guy was a musician. He did that one thing on Miskatonic Madman. I think you and I have exchanged words about this. Into the Fringe. There you go. Yeah. Miskatonic, you and I have exchanged a couple words about this with Gil, with the the Devo Wars, the Cardinal Sin Reads. He had just started that series, and he did that one episode where he wrote that short story about the Devo Wars, and it was weird and crazy. It's like these two people going to war, and there's all this destruction and mayhem over two bands. But it was so cool. Like he started reading that thing, and I'm like, okay. I wasn't doing anything else. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to this. And about 10 minutes in, I'm like into it. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen here? So that was cool. It's just too bad we didn't get more, but at least we got one. Lemon Pies is I didn't get the chance to get very familiar with Cardinal Sin, but I know he touched a lot of people that I know. Yes, he did. Yeah, people are still shedding tears over him, man. But I know the guy's with us, man. I don't know if you guys know this. So the night that he died, as I take a sip, I have a little sippy poo. I should change my avatar to James Leahy. Anyway, the night that Cardinal Sin died, I was working. I work at Pizza Hut on the side at night, and we're closing the store, and I'm mopping the floor. I'm just mopping, and I just suddenly started thinking of Gil. And Gil had a show that he did called Midnight to Midnight. It was just this long stream. He invited people in, but there were other streams that he would invite people in, like just to chat, just like a chill stream. And he invited me to a couple, and I got to hang out a little bit. And there were other times I was on with Tony Stark, who I chat with a lot. He's a friend of mine. And so Tony would have these little chill streams, and Gil was on. And that's mainly how I knew Gil, was through, because we'd be together on Tony's stream. Well, Gil liked margaritas. And when Gil would get a couple of margaritas in him, Gil would talk a lot. Like a lot. And it wasn't that he was being a jerk or anything. He just had a couple things, and the guy had a lot to say, and it was always interesting stuff. So anyway, I'm mopping the floor, and I just started thinking of Gil, and I said out loud, I swear to God this happened. I said out loud, Gil, you got to let me talk on Tony's channel, man. I just said this out loud. You got to let me start talking. And it was kind of a joke, but because like I have stuff to say too. And I was like, I want to talk to Tony. I want to engage in the conversation. But Gil talks a lot. And it was all lighthearted. I was never mad at the guy or never held a grudge about it. But I was just kind of like, dude, you got to let me talk. And so I said this out into the ether, and out loud in the store. I was by myself mopping, I was in the back of the store mopping, and I had my earphones on, and I was listening to Saturday Night Star Trek. And then the news came about 5 minutes later that he died. And that was just weird and surreal. And I knew that moment when I heard that he had passed, I knew right then he had whisked by me on his journey to wherever he was going. He whisked by me. And I think he was telling me, you get to talk now. in his way. He was telling me, I'm done. I'm not going to be in the streams anymore. But I will go. I will forever think that he did actually whisk by me. I can't think of any other explanation. It's too much of a coincidence that I had that thought minutes before I found out that he died, and it was just randomly. And not only that, but I said it out loud. Like, I don't normally talk to myself, but yeah. So there's my little Gil story. I think I've told it a couple of times, but not in depth like that. So anyway, we have 4 people here. So I know Miskatonic Madman's here, and Lemon Pie is here, and Gwagnar is here. I can't bring myself to say it like Clobby does, but I hear it in my head, man. I hear the way he said your name. And there's another person. I wonder if we have Brittany here tonight. We haven't connected in a while. I mean, just everyone here. We haven't played this. Been a little bit, but yeah. Okay, let me close my little virus scanny thing. And God, this thing just pops up. Brittany might be sleepy. Yes. I'm wondering where Brittany hails from. I have a feeling Brittany's across the pond, but I'm not sure. Maybe she is. Maybe Brittany is. I'm assuming she. Maybe we have been told before. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. Planescape Torment. All right. Not going to go through with the Tormenture. That was hard, man. I did get my controller working, though. Found out I just needed batteries. Okay, here we go. Let's present. Excuse me while I whip this out. Got it. Okay, here we are. There's that. And there's me. What do you guys think? You know, like this Windows 11, I've got this background. I think it's AI generated, but it's kind of cool. Miskatonic Madman. I played it a bit and got stuck not too much further than you got. Yeah, I think it would be good to have. I mean, if I get back into that thing, I definitely want to buy it. But I want to do it fully with like chat interaction. Like I want, like we were saying during the demo, like games like that, you'd go over to your buddy's house or you'd have a few guys playing. It didn't matter who was holding the controller. You would collectively decide like, oh, go here, go there, try this, try that. That's what I want to do. I want to kind of bring that back. And maybe that would be better to have like a person on the chat with me to kind of go through, kind of like Anti-Derivative Jill does with Scotty. Like she plays these little adventure games and they kind of figure it out together. I think that's the best way to go with a game like that. But it's a cool game. I dig it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could try to bring this up. I have this thing. If y'all have the Atari ST, it was the Atari's 16-bit computer, but I've got this game here. Lemon Pie said the passing of Clobby makes me think back to Cardinal Sin as well, and just appreciate people more on YouTube while we have them to. Yes, yeah, 100%. Let me see. Let me see if I can load this and get it to work. Oh, it's working. So yeah, this here. If you guys who were coders or any of the old Ataris here, this is the Atari ST, or it's a Atari. It's an Atari emulator, and this is a game called Starfleet 1. I'm gonna play it. Might as well just play it a little bit. It was so cool. You had the ST as well. Oh, nice. Did you have this game? It's called Starfleet 1, Gwagnar. This was one of my favorite games. I hope it loads. Please reload. Oh, man. Okay. Maybe I can. Never used an Atari ST. I went Amiga. Oh, okay. You may know this game. It's I don't know if you are you guys okay with me plugging this in? I know I said I was going to play Planescape, but why not? Watch, it's going to crash on me here. I was trying to mess with it the other day. Okay, sure. All right. Yeah, I was trying to mess with this the other day, and it was just crashing on me. I got it to work like once. But the cool thing is you can play on this emulator, you can play all the Atari. You can play the 800, the 400, and the ST. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, we lost a couple people. They're like, we don't want to see Atari. Doesn't look like it's working. Yeah. It's acting weird. Anyway, yeah, I'll get it working. It's a really neat game. Okay, let's go to Planescape Torment. Okay. Now I don't. Okay, my volume's down a little bit. Guru meditation error. Yeah, I gotta figure out. It's such a cool game. It's like it's just all ASCII, ASCII. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, so where is we?
Done.
Oh, there's the portal. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Do we have? We have to heal. Can we rest in this game? I don't think you can. Oh, Guru, that was the Amiga crash notification. Oh, okay. I never had the Amiga. Here we are. Those look like mind flayers. Ooh. What do we got here? This sarcophagus appears to have been here for centuries. There is no lid. The exterior seems to be made of solid stone.
I'm gone.
And Gwagnar, you are the guru of this game, right? Or was it? I think it was you, Gwagnar, right? You'd played it. This brazier has long since run dry of oil. Only ashes remain at the bottom. Okay, another one is oil. Do we have oil? No. Needle and thread. I'm going to heal myself up a little bit. Can Morty use these little bandages?
Yeah. Huh? What?
Oh, you can. Okay. The Amiga was ahead of its time. Yeah. Was it a 16-bit system? I think it was, right? And was it a Commodore?
All right.
I'm trying to remember who did that system.
This is it.
What's up, Chief?
I guess you can't sleep. Ooh, a movie. Sigil. $16-bit by Commodore. Okay. And they had a very robust color palette, right? If I remember right, that was like their big thing was like 16 million colors or something. Oh, look. Okay, we're finally like in the game proper here. Oh, and they have harlots in what is it with these games? Baldur's Gate had courtesans. We've got harlots in here. Hive thugs. Okay, we're in the hive. Hive dweller. They're having an argument. All right, let's go down here and interrupt this conversation. Hive dweller. I hate it here. Wish I made enough jank to leave the hive for good. Take me advice, cutter, and get out when and if you can. Okay. I saw some poor barmy chit ranting and scampering about the other day. It's wonder she hasn't starved or gotten herself killed, addled as she is. Okay. The woman smiles. No, I can't help you. I wish I could, though. I do. Thanks anyway. I think it's a given rule that games like this, sword and sorcery, you must speak with an English accent. It's just required. You could pop in a 32-bit 68030 or 68040 card. Oh, really? Okay. I had an Apple II GS back in the day. I don't know if you ever heard of that. And the GS stood for graphics and sound. I do like you can run on this game. You see a woman dressed in faded, patched-up clothes. She glances at you as you approach, but turns away quickly as if unwilling to make eye contact. Greetings. Woman glances at you again, gives you an ice-cold look, then turns away. Miss? She turns again, and this time you see a dagger in her hand. Leave me be, dog, or I'll be jabbing this where they'll never be finding it. Ooh, calm down. I just had some questions. She makes a semicircle over her heart with her free hand, as if to ward off evil. I have nothing to say to you. Be gone with you. Okay, I'm not going to attack her. She done no wrong to me. Seeking company, cutter. You see a tired-looking woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odor of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? We're passed by. Wonder
What's
what.
the word, Chief? Good
Let's
as
see
done.
what Morty seemed interested in the ladies. Oh. So when I talk, it's always me. Vines with black leaves, the stems look extremely sharp. Oh. This guy wants to attack, huh?
Damn.
He's running away now. Okay. What's this guy got? A bronze ring? I really need to find a vendor. Nothing but, okay, black vines. And there's an edge of the map there. Here's a dustman. You see a somber, pale-faced dust woman in black robes. She is staring into the distance and doesn't appear to notice you. Greetings! She turns slowly to face you. Yes? I had some questions. She folds her arms into her robes and waits. Ah, here we go. Do you know someone named... Okay, now we are looking for Rod, and we are also looking for my journal. Well, she probably doesn't know about my journal.
Updated my journal.
Farad is a collector. The woman studies you for a moment. If you would wish to know more of him, I am told that Initiate Emery in the Gathering Dust Bar also seeks him. It may be that he can help you. Where's the Gathering Dust Bar? As one leaves the mortuary front gate, head south and west. It lies past the memorial. Very well. I'll seek it out. Cool. Cool. Oh, and it's right here. Why didn't she just say, it's like right behind me, brother? Like, see, there she is. And there's the... she must have had a couple. Like, it's like, I'm right here. You see that sign behind me? All right, so I have a feeling that person's going to join our party. It looks like we have 4 more slots, so we're going to have to find some peoples. But let's go look around. Ooh, here's a cattail woman.
Walking ones looks like.
She's got a kitty tail.
I cough.
You'll see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horn shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off! Greetings. The girl ignores you. Frisky, yeah, right? You know what it reminds me of? That cat creature in Star Trek V that's dancing on the bar. That's what I thought of. Okay, the girl ignores. Who are you? Can you tell me where I am? I'm looking for someone named Farad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And she even went, meow. I really like, speaking of that, segue, Doomcock's theory that Star Trek V is a dream. It's Kirk dreaming while they're camping. And when you watch the movie in that light, that it's just Kirk having like a campfire dream, there's some weird adventure, it makes it so much more tolerable and easy to understand. Hey, Brittany! How you doing, Brittany? Lemon was saying that you were sleepy, but it looks like you're not. Miskadonic Madman tends to agree with that theory. Yeah, I don't even I don't think it's what they intended. It's like one of those headcanon things, and it fits, and that's fine. I love headcanon stuff because whatever lets you enjoy something more, then cool. If you can construct some stuff in your head to enjoy a piece of art, cool. Sadly, I don't think we can do that with the Acolyte. It would require some fever pitch dreams to sort that out. Lemon Pie throwing me under the bus, saying Brittany, Sean was mentioning me. I'm just kidding, Lemon. Yeah, Brittany, I was wondering where you were. I was going to ask you, Brittany. I had a theory earlier that you are from across the pond, and I don't know if you've said that earlier or if it's just a theory. So I was wondering, are you across the Atlantic? You just showed up watching anime with your brother. Oh, very cool. American. Okay. I don't know why. Sometimes you just get those feelings. But okay, very good. Hope all is well. Miskatonic Madman. I saw Star Trek V in the theater and was disappointed. Over the years, it's kind of grown on me. Me too. It really is one of my favorites, actually, because there is so much good character interaction in that movie. The trio, the Trinity had never had as much interaction together in any of the other movies, probably combined. I think like the three of them, Spock, Kirk, and Bones, in Star Trek V had more screen time together, the three of them, than if you were to take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. It was all in 5. There's just so much interaction between them, and it's all wonderful, and it's true to character, and it's worth a bad story. It's worth the bad special effects. We could talk, hours about that movie, but it's so good. Even with the cringe stuff. Anyway, okay, so Anna here with the kitty tail is ignoring me, so I can ask her, "Who are you? Can you tell me where I am? I'm looking for Farad. I'm missing a journal. Let's ask her who she is." The girl sneers, then makes an obscene gesture with her tail. "Pike off, you clueless sod!" Hey, easy. I just had some questions. Watch your mouth. I'm not in the mood. No, we're not going to say that. We're going to go number 1. And what is it you want? I can't help but notice that you have a tail. Can you tell me where I am? I'm looking. Okay. Let's ask her about her. Do I now? The girl looks at her tail. So I do. And here I was thinking that it was a trick on the eye. My, aren't you a sharp cutter? She bares her teeth. Why don't you piss off to whatever hole you crawled out of and leave me be? Menor tail is for trade. Jig? What does that mean? Me nor me tail. Oh, not me nor my tail is for trade. Jig, I guess that means like savvy. You understand? Yeah. Brittany's laughing, and Miss Catonic Madman says you get to see how great friends they are, and they spend their free time. Yeah. Even though the silly climbing El Capitan, free climbing, yeah. Although that was some pretty good. However they did that, I thought was pretty good. Okay. All right. I was just here. It's just as well neither you nor your tail are for sale. You couldn't squeak out a living with him anyway. Oh, that's Morty. It's just as well neither you couldn't squeak. Okay, we're saying, what are you about, you blighter? Say it again. He didn't say anything, but I'm curious. Why do you have a tail? Forget it. He said you couldn't make a living selling yourself. He said, and I disagree, that you couldn't make a living selling yourself. See, okay. That is not something that should be said. It's like, dude, he said you couldn't sell yourself, and I disagree. I think you totally could be a whore. That's one of those things where some dude's trying to be a compliment. It just is insulting. So we're not going to say that. He said, and I agree that you couldn't make a living. Lemon Pie, when Sean asked where you are, I said you're probably sleepy. Yeah, that's what I was saying, that Lemon Pie threw me under the bus. I was just wondering if you were going to pop in, because it's been a little bit. It's been a minute since I've been on. Brittany, I don't know if you know or if you saw the notification thing, but a YouTuber that a lot of us here listen to named Clobberin Times passed away last weekend. So it's hit our community hard, and a few normal shows have been canceled. I could not come on. I was too teary eyed. But yeah, so that's where we've been, but we're back now. Okay, what do we say to her? Okay, what do you guys think? What should we say to this girl? I don't want to like run her off. You didn't know. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Yeah, it was really hard. Like this guy, Clobberin Times. If you're a Star Trek fan, you can go back at Saturday Night Star Trek. Talked about episodes, all kinds of good stuff, comic book stuff, geek stuff, old TV shows. He was just good. We could chat about him for hours, but I appreciate the sentiment. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to go to the funeral. I was kind of hoping I could drive out there. It's Baton Rouge. It's only a few hours from me, but can't make it. Okay. What do we say here? Okay, I'm going to go here. He didn't say anything, but I'm curious. Why do you have a tail? The girl's eyes narrow to slits. Are you daft? Can it be that you're dumber than stone, or mayhap you're the power of ignorance? May the Davis brick you over and make you a street. Baton Rouge, yeah, he's a Louisiana man. She's a tiefling, Chief. They got some demon's blood in him, and that makes him paranoid and offensive. Nice tail, though. Shame it's plastered on such an ugly body. Oh my God. Hey, good one, Mort. So we're gonna whoa now. You better latch your bone box, you foul-mouthed mimir, for I splits it from your jaw, Jig. Why don't you try and split my jaw, chit? All I'm hearing is a lot of chatter from some hive trash. Throw a punch, I dare you. I'll bite your legs off. Enough. We're leaving. I piss off then. I've had enough of your lip. No.
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly I've not. My slow sigil day it is.
Okay, what do we got here? More hive dwellers. Oh, ban the sender. Oh, there's a named dude. Let's go talk to him. Oh, he heals. Oh, I healed one. I can regenerate. Bane the Sender says, you see a heavy-set man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him, and unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. Oh. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice, Craddock, good sir. What? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. 1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense. He gives a slight bow. I am called Bayan the Sender, third child of Dai Bayan the Sender. I am one of the many runners in the employ of the House of Senders. No apology sale necessary. You haven't offended me yet. Oh, we'll go number one. 1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter, but I seek Craddock, the overseer of the hive. Bane looks like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me. He looks at you hopefully again. Could it be you have heard of such a man? I'm sorry, I haven't. Bane gives a deep sigh. I'm bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet fortune has chosen not to favor me. I could help you if I come across the man. I could pass along your message. I can help you for a price. Okay, we'll go the good guy route. I cannot be a bad dude in an RPG. I just can't do it. Bane's face lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortunate day for Bane and the House of Sanders. Any assistance you could provide would be the most welcome. And if you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it that you are paid for your troubles. All right, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. The shipment must be incursed by the third day or there will be a penalty. Bane frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he is an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. I see. That's enough to go on for now. I should have read him in Alistor's voice. Maybe later. You guys, Lemon Pie, I think you're familiar with Alistor, and Biscuitonic Madman, I believe, maybe Wagner. I don't know if you guys joined Tony's chat with Alistor. I did a pretty decent Alistor the other day. He said he was impressed, but I don't know. We'll see. We were a little bit, hello, good fellow. Yeah, something like that. I was trying to do the radio voice, as it were. Something like that. But I had quite a bit of whiskey at the time, and we had been all night crying over Clobby. And just talking on his backstage. We were just on his chat, the StreamYards with Tony, but it was we weren't live. We were actually listening to the wake. Hello, good fellow. The thing is, I can't play the piano like him. Guys, I was going to buy a piano. I was going to buy a keyboard because I play a little bit. And I was going to go because my son's got I had a nice Yamaha. I gave it to him. I'm like, I want to start playing again. And then I heard Tony play, and I'm like, no, just no, it's not going to happen. He's too good. It reminded me how much I suck. All right. Okay. Bane bows. Thank you, good sir. Should fortune favor you, and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, be so kind as to return and tell me of it. I will see to it your efforts are rewarded. Okay, thank you.
Updated my journal.
All right, where's this guy going to be? Well, I guess he's just going to stop looking for Braddock. And now it's on me. But such is the nature of early missions in an RPG or just FedExing stuff. Tony, Miscadonic Madman Tony is a really good piano player. That, I think, gets the understatement award of the day. He is really good, man. But, he's talked about getting ripped on the knuckles. That he spent as much time cleaning the keys as playing them. He had a very, very strict teacher. I don't know if that would be worth it for me to be as good, Elderly hive dweller. A sense of great loss hangs over this elderly woman like a dark cloak. As you watch her, a long, sad sigh escapes her lips. Greetings. She looks up at your face, cloudy eyes squinting and straining to see you clearly. Oh, it reminds me of my old dog. Forgive me, young cutter, but I'm an old woman and don't see so well. Do I know you? Perhaps, but I don't know you. She mulls your answer over for a moment, nodding. What was it you wanted, then? I had some questions. Questions? Her expression curdles. Oh no, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Name, job, and all that rot, eh? Well, I won't have it. Off with you. I'm not an adventurer. Bar that. The woman jabs her finger at you. I've watched the dustman put the name of me husband, damn his soul, me son, and both me daughters on their memorial. Adventures, all of them. Why, I swung a sword myself in the day, so I knows when I meets one. The old woman seems to be working herself into a fit. Her face has become flushed, and flecks of spittle fly from her lips as she howls at you. Oh my goodness. An old Karen in the underworld. Let her continue her tirade. I bet you've got all sorts of Barney questions. She mimics your heroic stance. Greetings, I have some questions. Can you tell me about this place? Who's the Lady O'Pain? I'm looking for her magic girdle or swank iron. Have you seen it? Do you know where the portal to the 2817th plane of the abyss might be? Do you know where the holy flaming frostbrand gronk slaying vorpal hammer of wounding and returning and shooting lightning out your bum is? She spits. Dung, all of it only gets you in the dead book. I ought to kick you in the shins for even pestering a poor old woman about it at all. Now go away and leaves me in peace. Wow. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed that one. Tony is a talented showman. Indeed. I want to talk to your manager. No kidding. What do these the Dabbas do? They're like hammering away at stuff. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin is a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrudes from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Ooh. So it's a Linda Blair thing. Greetings! That's this dude's only hello. The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. Symbols have a slight glow, and they just hover there. Oh, for the power's sake, picking Davis. Oh, wait, sorry, that's Morty. Oh, for the power's sake, picking Davis. What's wrong? He's a Davis. They speak in rebuses. These annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with him. If we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet they can speak. They just would rather piss everyone else off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. What's a Davis? Chant is their janitors at the Lady of Pain. They float around breaking, fixing, and patching up sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies, Morty sighs. You can't swat them, though, or the lady will get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? Okay, she runs the city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground just like these guys. Morty nods at the Davis, who is looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run. I see. Well, it does sound like we're going to have to kill this one at some point. Okay. Try and strike up a conversation. See if you can translate what she's saying. Oh, wait. Oh, I miss it. The Davis waits patiently, hands tucked into his sleeves. A series of symbols materialize over its head, and they vanish. And a question mark appears. Oh, she's a sim. Okay. Got it. Morty, can you translate what she's saying? Morty scoffs. I'd sooner strain through a Tanir's bowels than unravel what these floating goat heads are trying to say. You want a translator? Find a sigil native. I see. Okay, the Davis is waiting patiently again. Try and strike up a conversation. See if you can translate. Okay, yeah, because I've allocated intelligence points. Woo! 1,000 XP. That's right. You ask the Davis several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It's extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me. Just wanted to brush up on my rebuses. Farewell. Well, let's try to talk. The Davis waits. Who are you? What are you doing? Can you tell me about the... what are you doing? Always make it about someone else, about the person you're talking to. A batch of symbols appears above the Davis' head. I attend to my duties. I had other questions. Who are you? The Davis inclines its head slightly, and a stream of symbols appears above its head. I am a Davis. Okay, let's ask something else. Okay, Lady Pain. A lone symbol appears above the Davis's head. This one shows a metallic female mask with blades coming out of the sides. Just looking at the ghostly image makes you uncomfortable. That's all I wanted to know. Farewell. Okay. The Davis bows slightly. Symbols swirl around his head, then it turns away.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Morte. I forgot how to talk. I did see some chats come up, though. Lemon Pie says, I first saw Tony come on a panel on another channel, and it was immediately apparent that he had charisma and talent. Oh, what channel was it, Lemon? And there's Lemon Pie is putting Tony's link in the chat. And Brittany, if you are not yet subscribed to Tony, you would adore his show. He does a really late night show on Friday nights after Doomcock, who we are all kind of friends with at Overlord DVD. Maybe Lemon Pie, if you want to put a link to Doomcock's channel. I think, Brittany, if you're not already listening to Doomcock, I think you would really, really enjoy him, especially on Friday nights. He does songs, he interacts with chats, he tells jokes. It's just like a big variety show. We are a huge community there.
Just look natural.
You check it out. Yeah, Lemon, if you could put Doomcock's link in there, or Miskatonic Madman, Lemon Pie. I don't know if you sub to Doomcock, but Miskatonic Madman does Friday nights. Man, that I call everyone there my Friday night family. I've been a member of that group of folks for almost 6 years.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
Just look natural.
be quiet, Morty.
Casual.
Done.
I've listened to Doomcock for 6 years. Friday nights, it's just this group of a couple hundred people. We get together every Friday. He sings songs. It's fun. You want to talk about support. If someone's cat dies, we're all there for each other. I mean, it's crazy. It really is something special. And like I wouldn't be doing this right now if it weren't for Doomcock. It got me into like, hey, I can stream and chat with people and do stuff, and I wouldn't have met Tony. Tony's become a true real life friend of mine. I went to Dallas a couple weeks ago, which is 2 hours for me, and met a couple people that were panelists on Doomcock's channel, and we hung out for the day, and it was wonderful. It was awesome. So yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Okay, there's a bunch of hive thugs, which I don't think we have the... Okay, more black vines. Oh, and Miskatonic Madman is in there. Oh, and Brittany, I need to make you a wrench. And I'm so sorry. I need to do that. I will attend to that. If you just give me a moment. Okay, we're gonna pause this. Yeah. I'm gonna go to YouTube. Brittany, let me make you a wrench. Oh wait, nope. Where am I? Okay, here. Okay. Let me move this. Well, I don't know if I can. Brittany, I will attend to that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to wrench her. Trying to wrench you, Brittany, but it won't show up here. Hold on. Okay. YouTube. Okay, I don't need this. Oh wait. I think I figured it out. Hold up. White to tick. Switch account. There we go. Okay. Retro Reels and Games. There, your channel. Okay, now I'm in the channel. Retro Reels and Games. There, your channel. Sorry about that echo there. Okay, here I am. I'm in the chat. Okay. I almost, Brittany, I almost clicked on put user in timeout, and I didn't want to do that. So there we go. We're going to add as a moderator. Okay, we're going to, there you go. Okay, Brittany, you are wrenched. I'm so sorry this has taken so long. Okay. You've got the little wrenchy wrench. But I think everyone here is a wrench. So I don't know if you could have a wrench battle and start banning each other, but one of us says Miskatonic Madman. But yeah, if you refresh your page, Brittany, you might see the little wrench pop up. There you go. Okay, cool. Nice. Let's see here. Okay, now we're back to the game.
All right.
I name you the wrench. More ivy. Another dustman. Dressed in long dark robes, her hands are folded. Greetings. The dustman appears to have heard you, but she does not look up. Dustman lifts her head. She does not stop chanting, keeping the same pace and tone as the other dustman. What are you doing? The dustman ignores you. Okay, leave her in peace. Okay. Sirloin of beef. Well, I don't think... But I get what you're saying. Okay, lemon pies. You. Oh, Gwagnar, you're not a wrench either. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me wrench Wags. Oh man, come on. Gwagnar is now a wrench. Okay, there we go. Sirloin, I think, is a wrapping. I almost said a bad word. Wrapping cow on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Do you mean like music rapping? You being silly, yeah. 'Cause I would hate to think of the other R word with a cow.
Aye, slow sigil day it is.
Oh, is this where? Oh, this is from whence we came. Yes, rap. Okay.
Ugh, I've never
Didn't
seen
have the
something so
E
ugly
at
I've
the end
not.
of it. I understand. All right, let's look at the map here. Dustman Monument to the northwestern portion of the hive. The mausoleum. Well, we're going to go in here and see if we can pick up. We're going to go in the bar.
Chief, what are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, all right?
No, Morty, we're going to get a drink. We're in the cantina. We're going to meet Walrus Man
I'm gone.
and have a guy tell us that he has the death sentence on 12 systems. And then we'll tell him we'll be careful, and he'll tell us we'll be dead. And then Obi-Wan will interfere. Said, this one's not worth the effort. Now let me get you something. Then they'll struggle, and then Obi-Wan will cut his arm off. What's going on here? Okay, there's barrels in a bar. Or the trash cans. Let's go trash picking. What's this? Rags. Ooh, rags.
What?
Do. Robes, log. Man, I've got a lot of junk. Oh, yeah, I've got junk. I actually have junk. Okay, rags go here. What do they do? Thick, massive rags looks as if they were torn from a tapestry of someone's robes. Okay. Can we use them?
What's up, Chief?
No.
Done.
Okay, who's here? Zombies, Dustman. Okay, here's a name dude named Mortai. Norotchij. Old Copper Eyes. Let's talk to Old Copper Eyes. Chester Copperpot. 5 points to who can tell me what movie that was from. Chester Copperpot. Hey, I know that's what I should do. I should have a list of the regulars, and I'll ask random stupid trivia and give points to them for asking silly questions. Miskatonic Madman is stumped about Chester Copperpot. Okay. Hint. Josh Brolin is in the movie that I referenced. A very young Josh Brolin. Okay. Old Copper Eyes. Before you was a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue, although the deep furrows in his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50, it's hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch the dull sheen of copper in his eyes. And, of course, greetings! Old Copper Eyes stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen about them. I have some questions. My error. Okay, we're gonna do some questions. He says nothing. Never mind. Okay, Miskatonic Madman, you are stumped. The answer is The Goonies. With Chester Copperpot was the skeleton they found that was crushed, that had found that thought he had found the way to One-Eyed Willie, and he had a key on his body or something like that. And what a good movie. That is on my list, by the way. Hey, are you guys all familiar with the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? 6 degrees of bacon. Let's talk to Mortai. Okay, you have not seen that in a long time. Okay. Mortai Gravesend. This tiny, wizened man is dwarfed by his huge dustman robes. They look as if they were chosen to cloak his small stature, although he looks to be in his late 90s. What, man. Now, okay. Can you tell the difference between someone in their late 80s versus late 90s? No. The man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously, and his eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings! The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure, and he gives a slight nod in greeting. Hail, and well met, traveler. You look like the one who is just getting their sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me. Have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Possibly. Are you certain it was me? Maybe I was mistaken. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter. How is it that Mortai Gravesend may help you? Do you seek? He clucks his tongue as he speaks. The contract, perhaps? Contract? The contract? Why, it is but a simple transaction. From the depths of his huge robe, Mortai pulls forth a dusty parchment and a quill pen. I give you 50 commons. In return, after death, the Dustman faction may claim your remains. He smiles, then clucks his tongue. What use will you have for them at that point, anyway? What did the Dustman do with the body? 50 coppers for my corpse. Very well, not interested. Let's ask him what the Dustman do with the body. Let me see. Miskatonic Madman says he's spry. DJ Play Nice is here. Hello, DJ Play Nice. Welcome. DJ Play Nice says, wee. Was that a RM Briggs wee? I can't do that high pitch. DJ Play Nice is hailing Lemon Pie. Miskatonic Madman hailing DJ Play Nice. And DJ Play Nice returns the hail. We are caught up in the chat. Okay, what do we say? And Brittany says hello to DJ Play Nice. You know, DJ, like when I at you, like when we're in other chats and I'm saying hello to you, I don't know if I have to put the little, like the rocker hand. I do, but I don't know. I'm wondering, like, if I didn't put that, if you would get the little at notification. And I only say that because I'm on my phone. Usually when I'm on streams, I'm on my phone, and I know if you're on YouTube on a PC and you start typing, it'll do nice autofill stuff that the phone app doesn't do. You bought the RM Briggs book and read the first few stories. They're good, but really dark. Yes, they are. Oh my God. I'm up to the last one I read was the one with the girl that does she's a pollinator, pollinating plum trees. Oof. I really want to finish it, and I know the stories are quick, but it's one of those things where like I'm holding off because I know they're so good. I don't want to waste them, but I also want to finish the book, and I want to go on and give a review. I mean, I could go on and review it now, but on Amazon, but I don't think that'd be honest. You know, I want to actually finish it, and I know I'm going to adore the book regardless. But still, I want to. You know, I'm torn. I want to finish it. I want to binge it, but I also want to savor it. And I'm the same way with that show UFO that Clobby and Aaron Briggs were reviewing on Thursdays. The show UFO, one season. It was right before Space 1999. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. And I'm apprehensive about even finishing it. I don't want it to end. And I know it's only one season. But yeah. It's a little Twilight Zone-ish, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm yawning. Okay. All right, where are we? Mordecai Gravesend is trying to get us to sign our souls over. What did the dustman do with the body? Let's ask him. Mordecai holds up his hands as if he doesn't know. What does it matter? It's of no consequence when you pass on. Well, it matters to me. Well, if you must know, oftentimes nothing is done with the body, and it is we, the dustmen, who have wasted all that money. More fools us. Mordecai gives a slight smile, then looks apologetic. But rarely. There are times when the workers in the mortuary need to be replaced, and then we may have a need for your body. You mean I'll be animated as a corpse and put to work in the mortuary? That doesn't sound good. Ah, but no harm is done, no pain. Mordecai raises a finger as if to emphasize the point. And there is no danger. In exchange for money you can spend in this life, you merely have to give us something you will have no need of anyway once you have died. Mordecai taps his chest. I signed the contract myself, if you must know. I shall have no need of my body when I pass on. I'll sign. I'll consider it. For now, I'll have questions. I prefer to rest in peace for a number of reasons. I don't think you can help me. We're going to go with that because, according to the previous text in the game, we have been through this a couple of times, and I don't want to have to wake up as a zombie. Even though it's probably a pretty cool game mechanic, but we're going to say no. How about no? But I can help you. I can. Mordecai calls out as you leave, his voice pleading. Return should you be in need of more funds, and Mordecai can help, all in exchange for your signature. Well, I think we got out of that one. Awaiting death. Oh, DJ Play Nice saying hello to Brittany. And it's a good question. I don't know about including the hand. I'm doing the hand thing. I just finished. Miskatonic Madman says, I just finished watching UFO for the first time a few months ago. It was amazing. I can't believe it took so long for me to watch it. Yeah, me too, man. I had never heard of it. It was a little before my time. I mean, I was born in '74, so I was extremely young when that thing was out. If it may have been before me, maybe 1972, 71. I mean, God, so good. It's just amazing. Brittany, if you're there, if you have access to watch a show called UFO. Just watch it. Now it's cheesy. There's models with you can see strings on them practically, but you got to look all past that. The story, and you watch anime, so it gives me hope that you would like this because if you like anime, you like good storytelling, and it doesn't so much matter about the presentation. It just matters if the story is good. UFO was so good, and it's a shame it was one season. So if you 71, yeah, I think you're right, Miskatonic Madman. Yeah.
Oh, come on, let's shake a leg. Well, I
be
mean,
quiet,
you
Morty.
shake a leg.
I'm waxing poetic here. Okay, we'll walk around so you shut up. God, it was so good. What was my favorite episode so far? I haven't seen all of it, but the one where he is with his son, and I won't say anything else, but the one with his son. My God, what an incredible piece of writing that was. What an incredible television story. And if you don't watch any other episode of UFO, you don't even need to really watch any of the other episodes to see that story and appreciate it for what it was. And that episode actually made me cry. It brought real tears to my eyes. And Miss Gunnar says, I read something that Space 1999 original was going to be a continuation of UFO. Yeah, it kind of is, I think, in the same universe, and it's the same production company, the same models, studio, special effects techniques, and all that. I haven't seen Space 1999. I think it was technically a little bit more popular, at least in pop culture. But I think it's just because it lasted a couple seasons. They just couldn't get UFO to last longer. Miskatonic says that episode was great. I also love the time loop. Oh, I haven't gotten a time loop one yet, so don't spoil it. As I pour some Four Roses. Brittany says it sounds good. Lemon Pie is giving a thumbs up to DJ Play Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Brittany, was really good. It's, UFOs are kind of coming after Earth, and there's an organization named Shadow who's formed to kind of fight off the UFOs or find out about what's going on. And the head guy is named Straker, and it was kind of done like in the time of like James Bond and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Mission Impossible. So there's like a little bit of a spy element to it, like the old 60s spy shows. There's a little bit of that in there. And the whole organization called Shadow is a government front to fight the UFO thing. And their whole mirage is that they're a movie studio, and that justifies their big budgets and stuff. It's kind of corny and cheesy, but it's like kind of like the mechanism that allows them to exist, and gives them a couple little plot points and stuff. Miskatonic Madman says the first season of Space 1999 was more serious sci-fi. Season 2 got a little weird. I'm going to have to check it out, especially with the model stuff. I know there's a lot of people that do models of Space 1999 things, and I am a modeler. So, Movie Studio Angle was a great cover for their organization. Yeah, it a little bit cheesy, but it worked within the show, and it just like you just needed a thing, to explain it, and then you just move on with the stories. And it's 1:20. Oh my God. Okay, who are we going to talk to? Emery? Don't tell me she's bored. Emery bored. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. It reminds me of the neighbor I left behind in Southern California. When we moved away, my neighbor named Bill. God, I love Bill. That's how he would say. He would either say greetings, or he would say hi, neighbor. Hi, neighbor, or greetings. I miss Bill so much. I only lived there for 1 year, and then we had to move. Anyway, okay, sorry. Emery Board says, you have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone settling. Did the wind send you? Or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I am Emery. Or Emmerich, sorry. Not Emery board. I'm Emmerich. Factotum and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses as if to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? Emmerich waits. Okay, we've asked if this is your bar. Can you tell me about the Dustman faction? I'd like to join them? No. Can you tell me about the dead contracts? I haven't heard of that before. In search of a journal, in search for a man named Farad. Yawn. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector Farad. Ah, so he does know him. He stole something from me. I wish to speak with him. I wish to speak with him. No, let's see. He stole something from me. Emmerich remains silent. His gaze unnerving. He doesn't seem to blink. Why do you want to know my business with Farad? The collector Farad has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Tell me more about the bodies. Some are recent dead. They still have their last moments in their eyes. Many more bodies are centuries dead. The dust of ages lies upon their bones. One must ask where these bodies are from. Look, whatever is between you two is your business. I just want to know where he is. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. Ah, do that one. How would you do such a thing? I would track down Farad and ask him. I don't know. I had some other questions. Okay, well, do number one. Miskatonic Madman. I really loved the eagle. When I was what is the eagle? Was that one of the planes, or it's ringing a bell and I don't know why. Okay, Emmerich. If you spoke with the collector Farad and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the dustman. Find where the dead he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well. I will find Farad and speak to him and find out. Okay. Their ship. Oh, okay. The Eagle was their ship. Okay. Wait, now that wasn't where Skydiver was launched from, was it? Dun, dun, I'm just hearing the music right now. That awesome theme music was so good. Brittany, if you're there, just take a moment and just look up on YouTube. You can leave the chat. Go look up UFO intro song. It's so groovy. It's so cool. Emmerich nods. Your path is our path. Return here when you have the collector Farad's answers. Can you tell me where he is? Yes. It is not known to me where the collector Farad is. He hides from the eyes of the dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask them your question. Very well. Let's ask him about the dead contracts. Do you wish to sign the dead contract? What is it? In exchange for 50 copper commons, the dead contract gives the Dustman faction the rights to your corpse after death. Do you wish to sign? No. I've come in search of a journal. These eyes have seen no journal. Perhaps your search will take you elsewhere. I will look elsewhere then. Farewell. Okay. Well then, okay. Brittany will be right back. She's gonna go check out the old UFO theme. Space 99 had some very distinctive 70s theme music. Yeah, it was like 60s, 70s ish. They had, I mean, Straker had he had like the Quagmire thing, the Glenn Quagmire thing going on with his, like, you know, he'd get home and have a drink. He'd have a little whiskey or some scotch. And he had like a little bar thing that rotated around. Man, he was suave. Yeah, but the dude could not pick. Like he had a horrible judgment with relationships. Horrible judgment. That was like his weakness too. I mean, he was so strong and confident and sure of himself, but when it came to picking people to be with, that was his Achilles heel. They smoked like chimneys on you. Yes, they did. And what a wondrous time it was. I miss smoking so much. I was a smoker.
Oh, come on, let's shake a leg. Well, I mean, you shake a leg.
You shake a leg because Morte does not have a leg with which to shake. Okay, here's Sarah the Septic. Oh, Brittany's back. It's pretty groovy. Yeah, right? Is it? Like, did you see the little flashes? It said like 1980 or whatever it was. Like, it would like flash the year on for like a frame or two. For I don't know why. And his car, like that weird modified Corvette or whatever the heck it was. God, it was so good. But it's not only groovy and jazzy and cool and everyone smoked when it was okay to smoke, but the stories are pure sci-fi. And that one episode we were talking about with his son, unbelievable piece of writing. That's all I will say. It touches on so many subjects in that episode with so very little dialogue. It is a masterpiece, absolute masterpiece piece of writing. Okay. I almost forgot I did not pour any Coke in this particular glass. All right. We were talking with Seer the skeptic. Septic. Yeah, she's a little stinky there. She's the septic one. Okay. The cars were cool, Miskatonic Madman. Yeah. I wonder how they built those. That would be, God, a behind the scenes thing on that would have been great. Okay, Sari the skeptic. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La locus come calling on Sari today. That's dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in its mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? I didn't crawl out of any crypt. I'm fresh from the mortuary, actually. Yeah, let's be honest with her. Or the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Oof. Okay. That's so. Siri raises an eyebrow. Where was my ears to hear you gave that place the laugh, boy? Not much of a watering hole for the one who isn't relieving themselves. She sniffs. Heh. Too many cobwebs and dusty minds. You don't like the mortuary? Aren't you a dustman? A dustman, I suppose, Siri sniffs. Yeah. I've seen enough and passed through the hourglass while wearing these robes. This body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles. But there's not much mirth in it. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am, boy. Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except dustmen. They're not afraid because they've been swallowing so much of their own bat droppings over the decades. They've blinded themselves into thinking death is some kind of release. It is a release of a sort. You don't sound like a dustman. So what sparked this crisis of faith? don't sound like a dustman. She shrugs. I guess the dustman robes don't fit me as well as they used to. What happened? She shrugs. Life, I suppose. She frowns. Ha! Never you mind. I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. How do you take me for, boy? Old? Not too old, rather youngish. I don't know, and I don't care. We'll go with that. I don't know, I don't care. She frowns. You were the one who asked me to rattle me bone box, boy. I'd be careful what you ask for in the future. I will. Oh man, I ruined it. Well then, okay. It appears to be 1:30 in the morning. Okay. Let's talk to Awaiting Death. Or have we not talked to them before? Miss Katonic, have you ever watched Blake 7? No, I haven't, and that's another one I have been putting off because it was so short, and I've heard such high praise about it that I don't. I savor stuff like. Okay, so when I was 7 years old, maybe 8, but I think 7, it was really, really, really bad year for my family. I'm an only child, so it was my parents and me. Dad, we were dirt poor. Like we were going to lose the house. Things were really bad. That year, for whatever stupid reason, I decided to snoop around and find my Christmas presents. I wanted to know what I was getting, and I was old enough to understand the Santa Claus thing. And so I snooped, and I found an ET board game, a Rubik's Cube, and I think it was like a big peppermint stick. And that was it. That was everything that was my Christmas presents that year. And the years before that, I had used to getting a windfall. And my dad worked in the movie industry, and he did okay. He was a driver, but Christmases were always nice up until I was 7. I had a very short life, but after that point, I'd been around for very long. But Christmases were always good, and it's like, oh yay, treasures are falling out of the tree, and they're for me. Yay, Santa is great. And then this year goes, and I snoop, and I found like 3 things, and then it turns out that was all I got. That was all I got that year, and I knew it. I knew that was all, and I didn't tell my parents because I put everything away very carefully. And ever since that experience, I have been I don't want things spoiled for me. I don't want hints. I want to be surprised. Some people don't like to be surprised. I'm like, no, surprise me. Don't give me any hints. Don't tease me. Don't clue me into what I'm getting. I want to see it on the day I'm supposed to get it. If it's Father's Day, if it's my birthday, if it's Christmas Day, whatever day it is, give it to me when I'm supposed to get it. It was that experience. It just no. And I relish the surprise. I relish not knowing. That's the fun. So, long story short, I tend to not want to finish watching stuff because of that. But I know that's stupid because what if I don't wake up in the morning? What, I should watch these things. Anyway. Gragnar says, sorry you had to step away. Where are you now? I'm in my chair. I'm in the same place I was when you left. There was a little joke. Sorry. No, we haven't really done much. We're walking around the little city. We left the mortuary, and we're talking to people. We went into this bar. It's kind of like the underground cantina. We're trying to find some dude. DJ and Brittany say hello to Gwagnar, and Gwagnar returns the hello. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But you came up earlier, Gwag. I think you did. Let me see. Did you come up earlier? I want to say you did. I cannot recall. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we're in this bar, and we're talking to people. Before you is a young dustman with stubble on his chin and dark circles beneath his eyes. He is staring at the wall with a somber expression. Greetings. The dustman doesn't look up. He stares straight ahead as if he is seeing something several leagues beyond the walls of the bar. Can I ask you some questions? The dustman doesn't respond. He keeps staring into the distance. Okay, and then Morty's talking to us. Alrighty then, Morty hisses at you. Let's go, Chief. The dusty might as well be fertilizer. Fair enough. Let's get out of here. As you turn to leave, the dustman suddenly speaks, his voice barely a murmur. You have to strain to hear the words. You think he said something about wanting to die. What did you say? The boy's expression does not flicker. Do you want to die? Oh, he says it. Truth, no. Do you? Yes, he studies you. Why do you want to live? I just do. Survival instinct. I want to live. I don't want to join Oblivion just yet. I like being alive a lot better. Yeah, I do too. There's certain questions I need answered about my life before I'm willing to surrender it. I want to find out who I am. Yeah, there we go. It's the truth. The dustman listens silently. After you speak, he does not respond, merely watches you. It looks like he is thinking. Do you want to die? Is that why you asked? Yes. Why do you want to die? This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue the charade any longer. His face wrinkles in disgust. Why would anyone wish to remain in this foul city in the center of a multiverse that feeds on pain and hatred? Death is silent and comforting. Surely living cannot be as bad as you make it out to be. This is living? He bares his teeth and his hands clench. This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue the charade any longer. Death is silent and comforting. Trust me, it's not. The boy seems irritated by the comment. And how do you know? I don't know. I've yet to see what lies beyond. I think I've died before. I don't remember much about it, though. The dustman blinks and sneers. You lie. No man can die more than once, not without being resurrected by mighty magics. Try and kill me, see what happens. Would you like to see? If I ever die and remember, I will return and speak of it to you. Then you may gauge whether I lie or not. Okay, so there's a little foreshadow. I have a feeling we're going to have to pass away a couple of times in this game. Let's ask him what he means by resurrected. Resurrected, brought back to life. The magic required is indeed powerful. Who would be capable of such power? A powerful sorcerer or priest, or one of the powers, but not anyone I know, he frowns. And I don't believe you know of anyone of that sort either. You don't believe I can't die? Try and kill me then, see what happens. I can prove it to you. Well, let's try number one, see what happens. He looks at you skeptically. I think not, even if I felt the urge to do so. Then I shall force you to watch me. I'll show you what death holds. If fear and hesitation govern all your actions, I doubt this existence holds much joy. Yeah, that one. This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue the charade any longer. His face wrinkles. Why would anyone wish to remain in this foul city? Okay, you asked this before. Why haven't you killed yourself already? I've been looking for the means to end my life. Will you kill me? If you'd like the conviction, I'm not going to do it for you. It is not a matter of conviction. Then it must be another matter, so I ask you, what is it about living that drives you to hate it? If you had truly wished to die, you would have found a means to do so. Wow, this guy, he's like gaslighting this dude into offing himself. Okay, he's saying the same thing. A lot more to life than pain and hatred. Death is maybe after the first death, and why when you hear the dustman blinks and sneers. The first death, what were you resurrected? I don't know. Okay, we're going in circles on this conversation now. All right, we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna go over here to the corner of the bar. We're gonna read the chat. And let's see. Oh, a lot of chat going on here. Okay. Cars were cool. Sorry I had to step away. Where are you now? Okay, I got there. Wagner says you were here at the start, but then had to leave for a while. Oh, okay. I thought a lot of chat happened and it didn't. But I'm going to do the old quick save here because it is 1:43. It's 1:43, Lolita. It's time for your pedicure. I'm going to end the stream here. It's 1:43 in the morning, and I'm very tired. But I am glad that everyone joined me. I'm really glad everyone joined me. It's been a while, and it's just cool to see people pop back in. I know I was generally doing like 2 or 3 nights a week, but it's cool. I'm really having a good time with this, and I want to thank you all for joining. And Brittany is saying good night, had fun. I did too. And we usually get 30 to 60 people on these rewatches, which is really cool. So I thank you. Thank you all for hanging out and watching me play these old things. Got more in store. So yeah, we're gonna find out more about this game and we'll play a little bit more maybe tomorrow night, maybe the night after. And we'll do a little less chatting and a little more playing. But I had a lot of fun hanging with you, everybody. And DJ Play Nice is saying, glad to have been here. Thanks for hosting. Yeah, thank you, DJ. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. And it says, you all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. Oh, like rock. Okay, I gotcha. Rock on, man. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna end it. I need to do like some kind of ending video or little animation or something. I don't know. Real quick. I was asking earlier if anyone knows the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. The little like you can name an actor and there 6 degrees of separation to to a movie that actor was in with Kevin Bacon. Anyway, very soon I got to talk to my kid. We're going to be doing the hopefully next Sunday we're going to start off the movie review show, and we're going to be playing the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon every week on Sundays when we start that show. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Okay. Let me see here. Maybe I can pop it up. Okay. Do you guys want to see a little sneak peek of the little intro I did of what the Kevin Bacon thing is going to be? I'll give everyone here a little sneak peek, and only like 3 people have seen this. Okay, all right. This is a stupid video I made, and it's at the end. Okay, I'll give you a little preview. So we'll be doing the movie review, where we'll have a panelist, maybe 2, and we're just going to be talking about a movie, about 45 minutes, guided discussion about classic movies. Anyway, at the end of the show, at the end of the stream, we're going to be doing a thing called Guess the Bacon, where the guest panelist has to choose or guess how many degrees of separation the main actor has with Kevin Bacon. And then we'll go to the Oracle of Bacon and look it up. And I'll play along. And the whole thing is that no one is allowed to, quote unquote, look it up beforehand. You know, it's an honor system. We can't pre-look it up. Anyway, so here's the little intro video I made. And before I hit play, Animal House and Another Early Roll had a lot to do with it. I'm confused, DJ, what that means. I'm sorry. Animal. Oh, for the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon project. Oh, okay. Yes. The college guys did a thing. I think they were sitting computer databases or something, and they just picked Kevin Bacon to do this 6 degrees of separation thing. Anyway. Okay. All right. I'm going to play it now. Here it is. This is a 1-minute intro to the game, and we'll show it here.
It's time to play. Yes, the bacon. That's right, folks. Time to play your favorite game and mine. Let's get ready to bacon. For this game, guest panelists will attempt to guess the degrees of separation between the lead actors of the movie that was just reviewed and A-list Hollywood celebrity Kevin Bacon. Guest panelists will have the option of guessing first or passing to the next contestant. The only rule is no 2 people can have the same guess, so choose wisely. Answers will be checked against Oracle of Bacon, and the contestant who comes closest to the correct answer gets 1 point. In the event of a tie, guest panelists will be considered the winner. Viewers in the chat are encouraged to chime in with their guesses, so don't be shy. And now that you know the rules, let's play. Guess the bacon.
So sorry about that. I think it was. There was an echo. Okay. Hopefully that was enough. I had the. There we go. I had the other screen open, and so there was an echo. I'm guessing. Hopefully you guys got the gist of it. Yeah, as a stupid video I made, but yeah, actually. I need to email Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge, who's got the really cool radio voice. I was going to commission him to do that narration because I think he would be perfect for it. So I need to reach out to him again and see if he can do it. To give spare a minute of his time for me. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We're just it's just be a little guessing, and then after that, we're going to do like movie trivia with the guests, and I'll have a whole bunch of real easy movie trivia questions for them, and they'll answer as long as they can keep getting them right, and then I'll have a leaderboard and stuff. It's going to be kind of cool. Anyway, all right, everyone. Well, I will take my leave of you now, and let's see here. Let's go to the comments. Flying, the Price is Right in near the end was yeah. I was looking for stock footage of a crowd being engaged in the game show. I was trying to find stuff from Let's Make a Deal with the people always in the weird chicken costumes and stuff like that. But best I could do was Price is Right. But yeah, it was fun to make that dumb thing. And that game show music from YouTube library is pretty good. All right. Okay, everyone. Lemon Pie is saying goodnight. I say goodnight to you all, and thank you for joining. And it has been a pleasure. We will speak soon in the days to come. Farewell.